Okay, hello and welcome to the Comboless podcast. We are episode 10.
Yes, double digits.
Double digits. My name is Chris. You are
Luke.
Hello. How are you
Why
feeling?
did we introduce ourselves again?
Why not?
True. Why not?
I felt like it. How about that?
That's a good enough reason to me.
Exactly. What have you been playing? What have you been doing? How's it going?
Well,
Tell me your life story.
where do I begin? A long time ago it feels like. Bit of Tekken, obviously.
Bit of Tekken.
Start with
Classic.
Tekken.
Can't go wrong with Tekken. We had our new randoms.
We did. We certainly did. I reckon this was a rigged random. If anything.
A rigged random.
Yeah.
I thought, well, okay. Before we mention who we actually got, I thought this would be glorious, but I've just not put the hours in.
So it's backfired on you.
Yeah, it's backfired a bit. So basically what happened, we randomed and both got the exact same character.
We did, which... what are the odds of that happening? It's gotta be
It's gotta be pretty slim. And also, we got the main man.
We did.
I'm gonna call him main man.
Hero.
The hero. We got Jin Kazama.
Yes, we did. I still can't believe we both got him.
Yeah. How you finding him? You were so desperate to talk about him before the podcast. I was like, no, wait.
Yeah,
We shall continue.
So, where do I begin? One moment. The issue I have with Jin is I never really get excited by him.
Wow.
I feel like he's...
Jin doesn't excite you?
No. I don't, I'm not excited by him.
Why not? He gives you that serious look. No?
He looks into my eyes, and I'm a bit of side eye. I'm concerned more than anything when he gives me the side eye. No, I just feel like he never really... He's always like... So he's not bad, and he's not good. He's always...
He's
straight down the middle.
Just straight down the middle
Yeah.
for like absolutely everything, right?
So he's like, if you're good at one thing, he can do that. If you're good at this thing, he can do that. And I sort of think he's very beginner friendly. I think as well.
You think so? See, I think the opposite.
One of his air chain combos is the same combo 3 times in a row.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that with a lot of characters, though, really, can't you?
Can you?
Yeah, definitely.
Like who?
Well, I'm just thinking
If I
Yoshimitsu down and triangle.
If I press square triangle together, he does that claw wing move, whatever it is, and you can do that 3 times in a row if you land it.
Right.
That is straightforward. Why is he going to combo that straightforward?
It doesn't do a massive amount of damage from what I saw, though.
But it's so easy to get people in the air.
Yeah. Well, okay, right. So, I started playing him, did all the basics as I've said before,
Yeah.
what I go through, blah blah blah, this is what I do, blah blah blah. Then I took him into fight and I was like, Jin Kazama. Jin is incredibly cheesy. You can definitely pull off a lot of cheesy moves. His down triangle, just little slash at his toes, is so fast and so like easy to pull out. Such a strong move. But then he's got loads of things hidden behind his stances, and I feel like in order to really get good at him, you have to work hard. Like he's tough to pull off, I think, at a more like intermediate to hard level.
So, like I said, he wasn't good or bad to me, and I can understand what you mean, and I do think he is beginner friendly, but he's also a well-built character. Like,
I think he's so like just in the middle.
There's a reason why people are taking him so far.
Yeah,
I think, and it's because he's got all that background to him.
Yeah,
but I still think you can pick him up quite easily. Like his combos, he's got so many high and low combos as well that some characters just do either high and mid. He can mix them up. His mix-up game is insane.
It's crazy.
But
he's all over the place.
It's not hard to pull off either.
He's one of those characters where you could just mash your way to a win.
Yeah.
Because everything he does is fucking strong, and everything he does is gonna reach your opponent and then probably kick him into the air, keep him in the air. There's loads of stuff you can do that literally just mash away and you'll be happy.
Something he's got as well which I was a bit disappointed in. So I'm a big customizer for other characters. Once they know a character that I've got, I'm customizing. I've got to put my spin on it. And I used to be really against that in Tekken 7 for some reason, but now I'm all for it. Anyway, I don't think he's got any good poses. So like, you can play the animations. They're all awful.
I think he's the cheesiest, most cringe character in all of Tekken.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe that. Like, every time he comes on screen, I'm like, really, dude? like, calm down, man.
Just not happy with yourself, really, are you?
Yeah. So, like, I definitely didn't, like, vibe with him at all. But the little amount of hours I did put in on him on this week, I would like to take him further.
Like I said, he's a well-built character. You can take him further.
Yeah.
I just don't think I will.
There's so many things that he can do. Like, you can pick people up off the floor and stuff with him. And it's crazy. Like, and you can just continue combos, and you can block people. He's got that thingy dodge move. What do you call him? His counter.
The counter. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty strong. That's always good to throw out when they're just like mashing jabs and stuff. But like, I think he's one of the strongest characters in Tekken.
Oh yeah,
because he is good at anything you want to do with him. Whereas you pick up another character and they're like really strong on sidesteps, or they're really strong with like big powerful moves, or like blah blah blah.
But I like those characters because you have to work with those even more.
Yeah, whereas he is just so like, he can do everything all at once. But like, not, well, I say not incredibly strongly, but he is incredibly strong.
He reminds me a bit of Law.
Really?
Yeah.
That people like
Law is cheesy.
Jin players are gonna absolutely hate that statement.
It's the same, and I'm not saying that all Jin players are bad, all cheesy, but I do get a lot of cheesy Law players as well that do
Law is like the biggest fucking cheese going.
The same combo, the spin kick and like the backflip kick.
Yeah, I fought Law earlier, and he didn't rematch me.
He did.
He didn't. Yeah. He literally constantly just trying to do that like spin low kick thing, and I was just like, dude, I'm blocking it every time. Why are you still trying this?
So that's the same with Jin. They always do the low claw.
Yeah. The issue with Jin's one is it's so fast.
Yeah.
So they can like, even if you're super paying attention, you can still get a load through. So I don't know. Like I found a few of his combos and stuff like quite hard to pull off. Like some of them are really like tightly timed and like strict as fuck in terms of like what you're inputting and things. A lot of his combos had that what was it, like the back X and then push forward instantly to put him into the stance. Yeah. So I kept like messing that up because you have to do it instantly after, otherwise he's just standing there like a fucking dick.
I really struggle with doing that. Lars had some like that. Where, weirdly his stance were always called like something entry.
Right.
So the main one was dynamic entry, silent entry. I think the other one was lethal entry. And it's just like he's got so many ways to enter a building.
See, the only way I've played with like a stance character previously is with like either Yoshi or Zafina.
Yeah.
But you put them in stance and they stay in stance until you do something. Whereas with Jin, it's like you get half a second of a moment stance and then he's out of it. So it's like you have to constantly like be aggressive as fuck with him, essentially. I feel like he's one of those characters which you need to dedicate a lot of time to, because I feel like his neutral game is next level. Because, there's so many like combos, 3-hit combos, 4-hit combos that you can do, all these lows, random mids that you can throw in. It's crazy.
He's got I'm not sure if you call it. It is a stance, I guess, where his eyes will glow red.
Yeah.
And figuring out how to just do that, I thought was a challenge.
Really?
Because he does it.
Did you work it out?
I've worked it out.
Okay. I was gonna say it's not hard.
I always see it and I'm like, that's such a frightening stance just looking at it.
It's aggressive as fuck, right? Yeah. Just like literally charges at you with glowing red eyes. Yeah.
So overall, I'd give him, if I had to rate him on a scale of 1 to 10, I think he'd be straight down the middle for me.
Really?
Like I said,
we're going to have to do that soon. We're going to have to tier them up. Do you want to give them a rating out of 10?
Or are we going to do it? I wonder if we should do it like a tier. So one we agreed on. Yeah. I think that would be fairer.
Okay.
Otherwise, we could just have them all as 5 out of 10 because we'll argue on a lot of them.
Well, you mean a joint one?
Yeah, the only...
We're going to argue on a lot of the joint ones. I know for a fact Kuma's S.
That's what I was about to say. Kuma is going to be the biggest debate going on this podcast.
You can't stand Kuma, and I love Kuma. Kuma is so good.
I just can't. I really find him just
I think we may agree on a Xiaoyu though, bringing it down.
I'm alright with Xiaoyu stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, she's difficult.
She's so hard.
When you get her, she was fun to play with.
Yeah.
But just getting that far takes time.
Yeah, I need to dedicate time with her, definitely. But yeah, I just couldn't put it in. She broke me when I went into the combos to try and learn her combos. I was like, yeah.
I just feel like she doesn't have any hits either. They always feel like a bit taps almost.
I mean, like,
because I don't feel like they do much damage.
Yeah, her entire thing is basically dancing. Right?
Yeah,
like you're just dancing around your enemy and then just fucking them up when they're least expecting it. I guess.
Except when you see like the opening clips, she's like punching through a jack gate, and you're just like, doesn't feel like that in the game.
Yeah. She's incredibly hard. So for me, Zafina's still up there. Zafina's like top tier for me at the minute.
Really?
I desperately want to go back to her.
No one said you had to stop.
Yeah.
You just punished yourself.
Yeah, that's because we have to do this thing every week, right?
Yes, but there's no one saying, oh, you can't practice with the characters you've already had. It just makes sense.
This week I have played Tekken 2 hours. You think I can learn a new character and play a previous character that I've been playing? I ain't got the time for that.
Well, that's not my fault.
But so I would definitely, going back to Jin, I would definitely want to put more time in for Jin. I feel like I could learn a lot from playing him.
See, I'm a bit.
But you just don't want to go back to him at all. You just find him boring.
I could play, like I said, he's straight down the middle.
Yeah.
I don't get excited by anything he does, and I don't think anything he does is poor either.
Yeah,
he is literally the classic main character.
Yeah, he's like player number one. He really is, right?
There's a reason it starts on him.
Yeah. Like, because it's interesting because obviously he wasn't in the first one, so it's like he feels like such a mainstay now.
First
Tekken.
Oh, no, it wasn't in the second one either.
Yeah. Sorry, like he came in the third, right? So yeah.
I wonder why I bet they brought him in because he was like a teenager in the third one, and they were like, we need a teenage protagonist.
I got a comment on my Steam profile to do with Jin. So most of the time it's from salty people.
Yeah.
But this guy, he goes, GG. Keep working on your neutral game with Jin. Implement more 1-1-2 mix-up with down 2. Condition in 2-2-3. 2-2 in brackets 4-4. I was like, you want me?
Weirdly though, I had a compliment playing as Jin as well.
Oh really?
I did. I
feel people enjoy fighting against Jin, and I agree with all of them. I enjoy fighting against Jin a lot because a lot of his moves comes down like none of them feel bullshit. Just that one claw, though.
Yeah.
That low claw, but I feel like I can catch it like most times if I'm paying attention.
Yeah.
So like whenever I do fight him, I feel like I'm in the game. Like I've like turned on Tekken brain, and then I can like play against him. You know, he's fun. I like him. I really like him.
Straight down the middle for me.
Straight down the middle.
Like I said, he's not bad. He's not good, but if I random him on like a random game, I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't be ecstatic either, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some characters I'm like, I really want to learn them, I really want to try them.
Yeah.
He just wasn't one of them.
See, what I'm most excited about Jin now is learning him and taking him through the story.
Yes.
Because when I play through the story, obviously there's a load of characters in there. Again, learning Tekken basically from scratch for me. So going through and then just attempting to just cheese my way through a lot of these fights. Now that I know Jin and know a lot of the other characters in the story, I feel like I would love to go through the story again and absolute fucking annihilate everyone that comes at me.
Do you reckon you'd get that? Because you said you never had the scene where the soldiers are calling King's name out.
Yeah, I never got that, but I don't know if that's because I just fucked them up really fast. So it might be the opposite way. I literally that scene I flew past so quickly. There was barely any conversation at all. Like I don't know how I did it because I don't have a fucking clue what I'm doing.
In the middle of a wall. You don't stop for a conversation.
Well, it says the people go king, king, king in the background.
The bit I love about that scene is you finish that fight. And then he looks at him, and in brackets you just see Steve there gunning for you, but he's like, arr, arr. You're just like, what? And then Steve comes onto the scene dodging bullets, and you're just like, oh, really?
So, like, I would love to take Jin now through those final fights at the end of Tekken 8 and, like, fucking annihilating Kazuya. It would be so fun.
Mentioning what I just said, though, Steve is a character I wouldn't mind trying. Steve's
a really interesting character. I think I would enjoy learning him. Yeah. But like I don't know, he's fast. He's so fast, but he has dodges, barely any lows. Like he has that one low, which is him jumping in the air and then like stamping your toe. You know. And then he's got like another like he sort of stretches out and reaches for your feet with his arm and punches your legs. But like I feel like that's the only lows he has. At least that's the only lows I see coming at me from a.
I don't lose to speed often. But I wonder if I've come up against good Steve players at the same time.
I've definitely come up with a few like good Steves, and they annihilate me at points. It's like you're right. It's the dodges that he has. Yeah. The like back step thing, like over here, and then he fucks you up. It's like he's good.
He fronts you up.
Fucks you up.
He fronts you up, and that's such a sick way of saying it. What happened? You fronted me up.
Got straight fronted by Steve.
By Steve.
God damn. I would enjoy playing Steve. I think I would like to get him as a random.
Yes, I'm the same. Yeah, I'd like to get him as a random.
But I also thought that I would enjoy Xiao Yu. So
and at the same time, you didn't think you were going to enjoy Safina.
Yeah, true. So like, who fucking knows?
That is the beauty of the random. My genius idea, obviously.
Oh God, here we go again.
But anyway, aside from Tekken, have you been playing anything else? In that 2 hours that you've been playing
barely
games?
Anything. I've been so busy over the last week. It's ridiculous. I'm just sorting my life out. But
so I picked up a game.
What have you played?
Octopath.
Oh, I've played it.
Yeah,
I didn't play it very long, but I have played it. What do you think?
I don't know whether I enjoy it or dislike it for some reason.
Okay, I don't think you'll get very far in it then, to be honest.
Well, I've done all of the chapter 1s.
Right.
So I'm on the chapter 2s now. But what I'm finding really difficult is there's just very little interaction between the characters. So like, you could effectively just do the whole story, and it would take some grinding with one character. You don't have to do the other chapters,
which I like. Very hard.
I like that.
Right.
That you like, it's all optional what you do and where you go. But then you're in a party of 4 that don't talk to each other at all. And when it comes to the cutscenes, it's just the one character, and you're where's everyone gone?
It's very much like small indie game vibes of it, right?
Well, Square Enix are involved in it, right?
Yeah. So like, I think it's like, who made it?
I don't know off the top of my head, but I really struggle with the lack of character development or team development, I guess.
Yeah.
But that being said, I really like the combat and the art style.
The art style's awesome. I love the art style. What basically my experience with it is I was really enjoying it, but then the whole like classic just walking along and then there's a random fight, it really killed me.
That being said, one of the characters has a skill that really reduces it.
Oh really?
So you can get quite far without one.
Yeah. But then like you have to grind in this game,
level
right?
up, yeah.
So like you just I felt like I was going through the story perfectly fine, and then it was like, oh, that's quite hard, I'm gonna have to grind a bit, and then it was literally just me going back and forth a path for like hours, and I'm like, why am I playing this?
But features they brought in as well. So I started as Therian.
Right, I think I played as him.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I did.
On a side note, with him, one of the first things he says was, I don't need to be part of a team. They just like get in the way. The first thing you do after leaving his first chapter is make a team with someone. And it's just like he really changed his mind quickly on that point. But you can steal from the NPCs.
Yeah, I did that fucking loads.
And then you find an item, it's like, oh, you've only got 3% chance of stealing this, but it's a rare item. So
you go for it anyway.
It gets worse. Steal 5 times, didn't get it. And then the town's like, you've disrespected the town or whatever. So I would just go back to the title screen, reload my save, attempt to steal it again, fail, go back to the title screen, rinse and repeat.
Just fully cheesing it.
Until I got that super cool weapon.
That's awful. See, at that point, why do you feel like you just want to continue playing the game? Because you are just like cheating, essentially.
Well, I need the weapon because I'm stuck. Because like you said, there's such a leap in difficulty all of a sudden.
Is there? See, I couldn't get far in it, man.
Like the first chapters are like level 12, and then the second ones are like level 22, I think.
Really?
There's 10 levels difference. It's insane, I think. And then, even then, when you go into the boss fights of those second chapters, I swear they're like level 30. There is no way you're meant to be level 20 and do those things. I really question it. But that being said, I've kind of fallen for the pixel art style.
Oh, it's so good. I love it. It's pixel art style with like modern gaming effects on it, essentially is what it is, right? And it's a mixture of like the 2D sprites along with the 3D background.
Yeah.
It looks really cool.
But now I'm wondering whether to go back to the old Final Fantasies and try them again.
See, I've thought about it. See, what's funny though is that Square Enix have released like another game that looks exactly like the other one.
Octopath.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Is it Bravely Default? I'm looking at it now.
Bravery Default.
Bravely.
Bravely
Default.
I thought that was an online game.
Is it?
I thought it was. I've not looked into it though, so I might be wrong.
I could be completely wrong. Yeah, I am completely wrong. I just looked at the images. It's a completely different game.
I know they've done Octopath 2.
Yeah, they've done Octopath 2. Oh, there was something, I can't remember what it was. It doesn't matter.
But with Octopath 2, I've read some of the reviews, and I haven't seen any spoilers, but they say it's the same problem.
What do you mean?
Characters just don't communicate.
Oh, really?
You get like the little banter moments, but then they don't have any.
Nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing in between.
They're calling the aesthetic HD 2D.
HD 2D. It's a cool aesthetic. I really enjoyed it.
It is really cool. I do like it.
But
yeah, I just couldn't get along with the amount of grinding you need to do. It's just the classic JRPG thing. I come back to it all the time. But I love the idea of a JRPG, but I'm not going to sit there and do like the most repetitive bullshit thing in order to level up.
I wouldn't mind so much if the fights were quite quick.
No, they're quite long.
They're long in this game.
Yeah.
Because you got to figure out the weakness, and then you got to wait for a character with that specific ability to do that. And sometimes they have like, so the icons, they're shields, aren't they? And if you hit their weakness that many times, they go into break, I think.
Yeah. It's all coming back to me now. Yeah.
It takes so long sometimes just to get one of them in break. Meanwhile, you're getting slaughtered by whatever they do. It's a difficult game, I think.
It is tough. The ending got somewhat spoiled for me back in the day as well.
Oh, I don't want to hear it. Don't.
I'm not going to say anything now.
I'm still like, I'm enjoying it.
You're enjoying it?
But
hopefully your enjoyment continues.
Hopefully. But I am struggling with it.
Yeah.
Because I'm interested in some stories and not the other ones.
The other thing funny you should say that. It feels so split up, the story. It's like you go to one location and you've got a dedicated story for that location and character. And then you go to another story and it's like it's literally just an entire different story. It's like it's not connected in any way, shape or form.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
Because they're not then talking to each other.
Yeah.
So it's not a spider web, it's just one direction and this direction.
Yeah. So I struggled with it, man. But
something again, which I find brilliant, is you leave wherever you start the first town. It's like, you need to go to this town for the next chapter. And you're like, oh, okay, I'll head over there now. Or you can go in the complete other direction to do someone else's first chapter. Someone you don't even know that's there. Like, there's no reason for you to go there. And like,
who is in your team but not in your team.
Pick them up along the way. Yeah. The only interaction you have with those characters is at the very start when they go, "You'll help me fight this monster? Thank you." And then it's like, "Do you want to revisit their story?" No. What? I like this guy's story.
So the producer of Octopath Traveler has worked on a ton of Final Fantasy games. Full Metal Alchemist, he's done.
Full Metal Alchemist?
Yeah.
What, the
games.
Okay.
3 of them.
I didn't know they had 3 games.
Yeah. And he's also worked on the new Dragon Quests coming out.
I've never played Dragon Quest.
No, I've never played Dragon Quest. I just know of the little blue blob thing, the slime, the original slime.
It's the what's the Dragon Ball Z creator? It's his art style, isn't it?
Yeah.
Toriyama, I think it is. But again, I just can't get.
Oh, there's a prequel for Octopath that came out on mobiles.
I don't think I can get behind it.
I don't think I can get behind that either. Well, I mean, I'm not going back to Octopath at all anyway, but yeah, there's a prequel that came out on mobile. That's interesting.
Really wanted to enjoy it, but I'm struggling, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It's fun.
And that's surprising for you, because you play a ton of JRPGs.
I really like JRPGs.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think it was episode 1 or 2, I am all for stories in games.
Right, and because this has barely anything.
It has
I mean,
story.
maybe it all connects. Once you've learned all the characters' base story or something, maybe it all comes together.
Well, okay, yeah. So I did Someone's Chapter 2 last night. I think it was hers was 22, 23 to do that level.
Right.
The next one is 44, and I'm like, that's 20 levels. That's double the amount of levels I had to get to.
Gee, and that's just you straight up grinding with no story. Just you need to get to this level for this story. Yeah. Or I guess if you go to that town and do her one story, and then are you supposed to go to another location then, do theirs, and come back when you're higher? Or? So
I think that's what it's trying to get you to do.
Right.
But I think that kind of detracts from what the game is. Just this is a story that's about 8 people, 8 different stories in one sort of game.
Yeah.
But because you're so low level, you can't do the second chapter, so you have to go and do Bob's quest instead. just
speed and wait.
just to level up enough, just to have a shot, and I mean literally a shot, at doing the boss of the next one.
Really?
I like the idea of picking your character, and that's now your main character. You can do it with any of them. That's great.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's so limited, then story wise, I struggle with. But that sort of element was done in Final Fantasy VI. Did you ever play that one?
No.
So I've read on it that so you start off as this girl named Terra. Probably pronouncing that wrong, no one might know.
Right.
And it's the main story starts to focus on her, but then so far into the game, she's not the main character anymore. It's who you want to be almost.
Oh, okay.
So you can pick your parties, and there's so many characters in there. So many playable characters rather, that you could pick your own parties as you sort of pleased. And they've kind of taken that and done it in Octopath, just a bit more. This character's got their own story, he's got their own story, nothing to do with each other whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I just struggle with that.
I managed to find that game.
What's it called?
Triangle Strategy.
What?
Triangle Strategy.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you an image of it, right?
Right, okay. Okay.
It's literally yes, this is Octopath Traveler.
The camera angle is slightly different.
Yeah. But in that, here's another image, just going off of thingy.
Yeah.
It's literally just Octopath Traveler. It's
it's
Square Enix still.
What do you do with that art style? You can't really push it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's just a great art style, and then all of a sudden they're we'll push this to several other games, and then then the games don't have their unique charm anymore.
Yeah, if they did a really good story one with that kind of artwork, I think I'd really enjoy it.
Yeah,
but Octopath is not that strong story wise for me personally.
No, it's really
it shines in other areas.
I struggled with it. I really did.
And I'm really tempted. I'm like, oh well, the first one isn't working. Maybe the second one will be better. Because you think, they've learned from the first one and let's change things up a bit.
Yeah.
But the reviews I've read don't scream they've changed much, weirdly. But I can't comment because I've not played it. So
I've not looked at anything on the second one really, because I didn't really enjoy the first one, so I just left it.
So yeah, but to move things slightly on, a fighting game we haven't spoken about.
Okay.
Now, hear me out.
Oh no, here we go.
Sure.
What's this spiel you got me now?
It came into my mind the other day, weirdly.
Right.
And I'm not sure if you'd class it as a fighting game, but it is.
Okay.
And that's the WWE game.
Oh my, no. That is not a fighting game.
But what is it?
It's an arcade game.
Isn't that what all fighting games are, technically?
Fighting games are arcade games, but an arcade game isn't technically a fighting game.
But you don't think they come into fighting?
I wouldn't put them
They're not strictly, and I can understand that you're not strictly fighting games.
Yeah.
But what are you doing in them?
You're fighting. But you're fighting in a lot of games that aren't fighting games.
Yeah, but this is like one-on-one fighting. Okay, depending on the match, it could be 4 on 4 or whatever.
It's not like, I don't know. I always see them as just sort of like playthings.
They're in their unique area.
Yeah, I guess, and so they don't know what they are either, because they've completely fucking changed what it's about every time they release one.
The reason I sort of crossed my mind
was
because I was thinking fighting games and I'd seen a picture of one and I was like, oh, you used to play them as a kid, and I only have good memories of them as a kid, weirdly.
Oh, they're great fun. They're great fun.
Love being
but
one of them.
there's nothing competitive about it. It's all just random shit happening all the time.
No, but then does that necessarily mean it's not a fighting game?
Yes.
It's not a competitive fighting game,
Yeah,
perhaps.
okay, fair.
Can you do online on them, though?
I'm going to assume you can with the newer ones. I've not played them.
It must have some competitiveness to it. But I wanted to talk about the good memories, really. Just the idea that you could jump off the top of a cell and watch your character body flop.
Yeah.
Just like after hitting the
My favourite was always going backstage. Going backstage, driving around in a forklift or something.
Getting out of the ring, running to the backstage. I swear they'd comment on it as well, going, where's he going? Where's he? The parking lot. I used to love it.
It was so good. You could pull the, was it the door off of the limo?
Something
and you could fight with the door of the limo. You could smash him into the front of the car too, and it was great fun.
They were really good fun.
They were great
and
fun.
they had the commentators, I'm pretty sure, in one of them as well.
Yeah,
I always remember doing the Stone Cold Stunner.
Right.
The guy would be like,
it's the Stone Cold Stunner!
It's the Stone Cold Stunner! And you just you feel like, oh yeah, I did some damage with that move.
They are hilarious games to play. They're so janky.
They're janky, but they're fun.
They are very fun.
Now, I can only say that about the older ones.
Yeah, I think the newer ones, see, this is what I mean by they don't know what their identity is, because they've flip-flopped between making it a serious game where you have to input correctly and blah blah blah, and then flipped it back to just being this arcade fun thing. And they keep going back and forth. I think they've gone back to the arcade style now with the newer ones. But the jankiness has gone to all-time extreme levels.
Is it 2K that do them?
Yeah.
See, I'm not a big fan of 2K.
No, they've got all of their monetization of their games as well, right? So there's all sorts of just bullshittery going on.
But the old ones are fun.
They was good. They were really good.
If they went back to that, I still think they'd be really enjoyable to play.
See, the new ones are. So they've gone back to that really arcadey style.
Yeah.
It's fucking broken.
But yeah, like I said, I've not played them. I think we were going to try and play one.
Yeah, until I saw the price.
No, I think we got one of them free, didn't we?
I got one that's 2 years back or something.
Oh, okay.
And I think that was the more serious style, which is
really
very fun. But yeah, the newer ones are arcade style, but it's I've seen videos of it, and people are standing on the tables and they're floating away. And, and it's ridiculous. But I would like to play them again. Maybe if one comes for a free weekend on Steam or something, I could play it. But,
Oh, I'm suggesting we pick up the older ones. They were just really fun.
We should just pick up an old PlayStation and then play some old PlayStation games.
Retro time.
Yeah, definitely. That would be good fun.
But yeah, they don't know why it crossed my mind, but I just, like I said, the good memories, the nostalgia, that's the word, came back.
Yeah.
And just,
I put a ton of hours into SmackDown.
There was quite a few. There was this SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. I swear they had like multiple releases in year, like they had
I don't know, probably.
But this was the height of, I think they called it the Attitude Era.
Right.
And that was like the height of when you had The Rock. And I know one of them, he's just like got his eyebrow up, like, taunting you on the screen.
I think that's the one that I mostly played. Yeah, crazy good. Like, a lot of fun.
A lot of fun, yeah. And
you can make your own characters and stuff, right?
Yeah. Could,
and they were like so shit.
You have to steal someone else's move, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't ever feel quite right.
Yeah, so it was all a bit crap. But, and then they've got like the long cloaks and stuff on, and you can have like a shiny head or something. It was ridiculous. They were good fun though. Yeah, I wouldn't mind picking them up and playing them again. Speaking of old games, the new Metal Gear's out soon.
Delta.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta. Yeah.
Is it 3 Delta or just Delta?
I'm pretty sure it's Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta. I'll double check for you while we thingy, but I'm so excited for that.
So my question, the very first question off the bat is, have you pre-ordered it?
No. I never pre-order anything. I never pre-order anything.
That's not true. I know that's not true.
What have I pre-ordered?
You pre-ordered the remake of Final Fantasy VII, the first one. And I know, because you coerced me into pre-ordering it.
Okay. I'll change my thing. I never pre-order anything unless it's a console release, because they can physically run out of the disc that I want to buy.
Yeah, that's
so when I'm on Steam picking it up from my PC or whatever, I never pre-order. I always want to see people's reviews, especially in this day and age where they release games in complete fucking broken messes.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I presume Metal Gear Solid is coming to everything?
It is coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and Microsoft Windows. And it is just Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater.
Oh,
so they dropped the 3.
Probably because they're planning to do the other ones as well.
Yeah, like, I guess it's like a remastery, kind of like a remakey whatever, but I'm excited for it. Like the side-by-side comparisons of the old version compared to the new one is like, it's like, what am I looking for? The layout of everything is exactly the same, but it looks like a million times better.
Well, I think we spoke about it before, didn't we? One of the other episodes.
Did we actually?
Ava got a glow up.
Massive
glow up. The developers are like, these pixels need to go in this character. Don't worry about anything else. Yeah.
We need to make this buttocks extra curvy.
I see. Like I enjoyed the third one, but it wasn't my favourite.
The third one is my favourite by far. The third one was my favourite.
I really enjoyed. So the second one is probably has a place in my heart, but I think the best one was the first one.
Yeah, really? I absolutely adore 1, 2 and 3, but 3 I think was just my favourite because of like it was huge compared to the others. There was so much in it, like you had to like eat to survive, and like you had to skin snakes and skin alligators and stuff. It was so sick.
I think the first one was just, it took the breaking the fourth wall concept constantly. And the story in it was amazing. Like just the way they delivered everything, I thought was brilliant.
It's like they're next level games essentially, aren't they? They really are.
And I am looking forward to the new one. The downside is Kojima isn't actually involved in it.
Kojima's not involved.
And he was kind of the mastermind behind it all.
I know. That's kind of why I'm happy with them basically making an exact copy. Like, usually when I see a remake, I'm like, oh, if they remake it, could they change this little bit of piece or this bit? But like, they've basically just remade it exactly as is. They have added like the new camera.
Yeah.
So there's a change there, but in terms of like just everything else, I think it's all like exact for exact.
So,
which is incredible.
With remakes, I don't mind them adding things as long as whatever was there originally they keep.
Yeah.
And maybe work on it. Yeah. So I'm sure, because some of the transition scenes could probably been a bit longer than the original one.
Yeah.
And by adding things in then to like get you from A to B better, I completely agree with. However, when they change things just for the sake of it, I really struggle, and Rebirth is probably the biggest culprit for that.
So, Rebirth is insane.
Remake was good.
Remake was amazing.
So they changed things in Remake, and I was a bit like...
Yeah.
So the big one for me is that they changed the prison scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spoilers if you haven't played it. Whereas in the original Final Fantasy VII, Sephiroth like murders all the guards, doesn't he, and like leaves your door open.
Yeah, it was like proper horror-esque.
Yeah,
it was
and then
pretty
like
cool.
all the music was daunting. You don't know what happened. Then you find out, and the drum or the bass kicks in, and you just see the new president walk in. Or something like that. You're like,
dun dun.
Badass moment, sort of thing. Whereas the new one is like, yeah, we're just gonna go to Aerith's bedroom. And like,
that's
and you're just like, why?
It's a bit
why
odd.
would you do that?
Yeah,
sort of thing. And then you fight Genova in the president's room. I'm sort of like, I did not like that at all.
Well, I didn't mind that bit. At all.
But it took away. There isn't mystery, but it took away from the game's mystery. Almost, just finding him dead.
That's the issue with the remake. The remake is such a divergence from what the original was.
Yeah.
Like they're completely changing the game, and somewhat making the original like a necessary play.
Yeah.
For you to understand everything that's going on, but yeah. So like I'm not a massive fan of remakes like that, where they completely change up everything, and I would just want to play the old game again.
I do like Rebirth. Don't get me wrong, but it's just not what I wanted, I guess.
It's not what I wanted either, and I kind of got sick of it fairly fast because if there was a lot of filler content I saw.
It changed quite a bit. You haven't played it all though, have you?
I haven't. No,
so
I dropped it a little while back, but I guess I will go back to it again. It's me with a console. I just never loaded the console. I remember
when Remake came out, I loved the first 2 chapters, just doing the original bombing mission.
Yeah, like, it was so good.
That was they did that so well, I thought.
Yeah. I like what they did with the the dancing and stuff as well. Like the dancing in the remake, that was really good.
That kind of happens, and they just built into it.
Yeah, they just built upon it and made it bigger and bigger, essentially. Like, I love that. But yeah, I don't know. Like Rebirth, I found all of the filler content and running between everything, and it was just too far.
You almost don't want filler content. You just want more content.
Yeah,
just taking you away from, because the game was like, oh, this is the next scene, but you do that, you're going to lose 5 hours of gameplay. So let's just divert them elsewhere.
I saw Remake as just an incredible way of doing it. They hit all of the points of the original. They just expanded on every single point.
No, with Rebirth,
they changed a few things, but with Rebirth, I felt like they completely changed what the game is.
Because there are like locations missing in Rebirth compared to the original. And that is something I really struggled with.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. So Rebirth wasn't. That's what, I think we talked about it before, but that's why I think 7's a bit thingy for me now.
But I have read that I think they're trying to think. Well, I say trying. They're thinking about remaking 9.
Oh, really?
Or doing an update of 9 or something
that wouldn't surprise me.
But that was a good one.
Yeah, never played that.
They need to fix the skippable bit though.
Skippable?
So there's a bit in the game where like you've got to this certain point and you were on this part of the map, and if you were doing the Chocobo quest line, your Chocobo like evolves. So it's a bit like 7. You got the green one, then the blue one, then the gold one.
Right.
Eventually, in 9, you get, I think it was gold again, and you could fly.
Right. You just fly past the story mission.
Yeah. So there's on the same island when you get that point. There's a castle, and it's like on a slope, so you can't get there until you get the airship. But if you do the Chocobo quest, you can get to
you
fly
can just get
and land in there, and whatever you were doing at that time, you've skipped a huge chunk of the story.
Wow. Okay.
So a hole I don't think they caught on to back then. But
that's pretty funny. It would be patched out by now.
Yeah. I like it.
Just patch it on release. It's fine.
It's bad, isn't it? The patching thing. I really am so iffy on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're hopefully doing 9, which I'd probably pick up. I mean,
I would like to play 9. I've heard a lot of good things about 9. Just never ended up playing it.
Did you played 16, didn't you? The most recent one.
Yes. Again, didn't get very far because it's on console, and I never load up my console.
I really enjoyed 16.
16 was awesome. The giant fights were something to behold. Like, you're running through that field in the start, and then there's the Titan and stuff in the background having a fight.
Wow.
It was so cool.
So I've just had a look at this. I'm just wondering what the best-selling Final Fantasy game was out of all of them. And this one, well...
I don't think it was 7.
No, it wasn't 7.
No, I would say it's probably 10.
7 is number 2.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What's number 1 then?
14.
Oh,
because it's often forgotten about.
Yeah.
Because it's in the main series, but it's almost like it's not in the main series.
Yeah, 14 is really good though. I put a good few hundred hours into 14.
I misread it and thought it said 15 originally. And I was like, how the hell did that load of shit get to the top?
Yeah, 14 is really good. I put a good few hundred hours into 14.
Never played it.
Yeah.
Never played 11. 11? Yeah.
I never really played 11. 11 was absolute shambles when it came out though.
Yeah,
then again, so was 14.
They're not very good at these online games.
No, they've sorted it out now though. It's hugely like successful now.
You can play on this part of it for free, and I'm like, would I want to though? Like,
well, 14, the free account playable area is the entire base game and the first DLC.
Yeah,
it's
so they keep expanding it, don't they?
Yeah. Well, there's an MMO in it. They're just going to expand it forever.
I wonder. They'll probably release a new one eventually, though.
Yeah, at some point, I guess. But it's good. It's one of my favourite MMOs. I've tried a few MMOs, and this one's by far my favourite. And it's Final Fantasy.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's one of my favourite series of all time.
Yeah. We're going to have to move on.
Yeah, is it that time already? You said that so sadly.
You freaked me out by doing the whole writing thing, did you?
I didn't want to say it out loud. I don't know where we are.
For everyone listening, he wrote on a notepad going, time? And I was like, good thumbs up, let's move on. Because
I don't know how far in... how much we were on.
We're the exact moment that we need to be to watch last week's video.
So I call
the
that
last fight.
Bloody good instincts.
It was almost exact.
My body clock was going, it's time. And
it's time. Who did we fight with?
So you were Lily.
I was Lily.
And I was Porn Star Lars.
I played Lily twice. Or did I? No, Lily once.
Lily once.
No, I played... Yeah, I remember now.
You
I
played
cheesed
me with Elisa the other day. But before that.
I did not cheese you. I played Elisa against you.
Full on cheating. Got those chainsaws out like they were your dicks and just started waving them at me.
That's her damage stance, man.
Anyway. Are you prepared to review Porn Star Lars? I'll say it again. Porn Star Lars.
Yeah, I guess so.
The Lily.
Yeah.
Ready? Here we go. Let's play.
Lars is hard to fight against.
You think?
He's flying all over the place. Like when I was fighting you with this, I because I hadn't played against a Lars in a while. He's so hard to just see what the fuck he's doing.
Appreciate the flower on his chest.
He truly is Porn Star Lars.
It took me a while to get that in place weirdly, and the moustache, the right look. He just looks awful. He does have a unique fighting style. I love his look.
God, that mustache really adds everything to it.
It adds character, doesn't it?
Oh man,
you don't want to know where it's been though.
Yeesh. Chucking in the low. That move got me a lot, I think.
That low?
Yeah.
I can't believe I
should catch it. It's so similar to Safina's. I should have caught it more, but...
Oh.
Like, yeah, I was just... Ah, look at that! The cartwheel underneath as you jump over.
Look at that. Oh, it's all...
Oh, see, like, I'm looking at that and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. It's just like there's zooming all over the place. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
His nickname is Sonic the Hedgehog. Did you not know that? He does move rapidly when you want him to. Oh, look at me go! Oh,
no, exactly. Getting the combos off. What are you dropping me?
Dropping you? I don't think I've lost any health until now.
I should have stopped doing that cartwheel towards you when you were getting up. You always caught me on the get up. The mix-ups.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the slap stay down there.
The pain looking back on that.
You can see
the size of Lily's heels, dude.
They're proper platform shoes, aren't they?
They're so big.
Look, the karate chop. Oh. I can't figure her out. That was pretty good on my part.
Yeah, I think I was slow to react to what to do next on that then. Oh, the mix-ups are real. Oh, you don't know what to do. No clue. There. Yeah. See, that's what I feel like when you're just charging at me with all his like spins and slides and stuff. I'm like, what is happening?
I like the if you listen, it's like the electric sounds like. Tss, tss,
tss. Yeah. He's so fast, look. I'm surprised I'm getting out of these grabs, to be honest.
I cannot believe you smacked me out of the air like that.
That was good, wasn't it? Oh, that was a nice block by you then. Dropped me though. I told you, you're dropping me on all the combos.
the somersault. I remember I was having difficulties with that move. Oh, is that it?
The
low.
Killed with that low. Definitely should have been learning that low that you were pulling off a lot. Should have caught up on it. I know.
And that's cost you the round.
What are we on now? Is it 7-2?
3.
7-3? 7-3.
7-3. So I could be champion again.
Yeah, you just need to get one more, and then that's the season.
And the worst bit is, I'm Jin.
The worst bit is for me, I put no hours in, so I don't know what I'm doing.
Wait, are you going Jin as well, then?
I'm going to go as Jin, yeah.
I think, being that we both drew the same character, I think you can only do is honour my victory, but both playing as Jin.
Before we go in, though, how many hours have you put in?
More than you, I think.
Yeah.
I say more than you. 3 or 4.
Oh, really? It's not a massive amount more then?
No. I haven't put a massive amount of time into him. Like I said, I've been playing Octopath, which has constantly got me on edge whether I like it or not. It's a painful experience.
Did you take Jin into ranked?
I did. I didn't get very far with him, and that's not because I struggled, but I just didn't play him that often.
Yeah, I just didn't play. It's the exact same with me. I didn't even get him to red rank.
Neither did I.
I played ranked maybe the one time towards the end of that first hour that I played him, but yeah.
He's this is going to be interesting.
This is definitely going to be interesting.
Like I said, I'm not holding out hope for myself on this one, but we'll see.
This is let's do a rock paper scissors. I really hope I get left on this.
Yes, we must remember to do that.
Yeah, he's another character which I massively need to train on my right side.
That's every character, isn't it? Apart from Kuma.
It depends on their moves, because he's got the same thing with all Mishimas.
Yeah.
With doing the slide forward or whatever step you call it.
The wind god step.
The wind god step, yeah. Because he's got that move, I can only do that consistently when I'm on left side. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, my arm is up.
Okay, here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, go! Yes! Yes! Paper beats rock. I am on the left.
The back of my mind, I really wanted to go scissors, and I thought, no, he's going to go scissors. I can see it already.
I've been losing at this rock, paper, scissors so much that I've been paying attention to what you're actually pulling every week, and I've been trying to work out if there's a pattern going on. Got you. I've got you. I'm in your head now. I know exactly what's happening.
I'm going to tell you now, and I'm no doctor, but your anxiety might be playing up a bit there.
Maybe just a little bit.
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
Overthinking absolutely everything.
Yeah.
I'm happy on my left side, though.
So 1 in 3 chance.
Is 1 in 3. Yet I lose very consistently, so it doesn't make sense to me.
There's a 2 in 3 chance of me winning.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like we're playing rock paper scissors, and you've always got the gun in your back pocket. Oh man.
Anyway, shall we get to it?
Yeah, I guess so. What I will say before we cut this one off, though. I don't know if this is going to end up in the season end, but we're going to change things up for next episode.
Yes.
We've talked about a few things. Basically, we're finding that the podcast doesn't make a lot of sense when you have so many video elements. So we've decided that we're going to separate the podcast down into audio only. It may be shorter, we don't know yet, but we're going to separate reacting to the fight and doing the fight, and releasing that in its own video, so it's a bit more engaging to watch. So if you're only interested in watching the fights, then it's going to be better for you. I'm going to put in a playlist on YouTube or something, so it'll easily be watchable. If this is the end of the season after this fight,
fresh start.
What I think we should do next is we'll go back and react to all our previous fights. I'll put that in another video by itself. So there'll be quite a few little content snippets coming up if you're interested.
I think I thought we were gonna do a bit of a video, a bit of an episode on the review of the fights. Maybe not a full one, but a short one. We'll see.
That's what I just said, didn't I? Reviewing all the previous fights we did.
Yeah, I thought you said it's snippets. Ignore me.
No. We'll go back. We'll watch all of the fights from the beginning. So we may look back on the first video and be like, what the fuck was this fight? We were so bad.
I can't even remember the first one.
Hopefully we've improved since that point. I feel like I've learned a ton since putting in the hours of this podcast.
Lars has taught me the way. Porn star Lars has taught me the way.
But so yeah, hopefully there'll be a bit more engaging content for you guys to watch, and I hope you enjoy. Until next time.
Until then.
Bye.
Get ready for the next battle. Round 1. Fight. You win. Chance to